Gusto niyo bang magkaroon ng AHA Life? AHA Life? AHA Life?
Life?
Awesome! Tara nang magkaroon ng awareness kung paano ma-improve ang ating sarili at bumuo ng mindset na ikalalago natin. Happy! Learn how to improve life and reach your goals para happy, abundant. Tara na at magpalago ng ating kaperahan at alamin kung paano ito alagaan. Journey with AHA Life. AHA Life. Awesome, abundant, and happy life with Coach Nix Mariano, your AHA Life coach.
And good morning, mga good vibes. You're still listening to the newest radio station that gives you good news, good voice, and good music simply because God is good. This is 90.5 Good Vibes Radio. Good vibes tayo. And of course, it's a wonderful Wednesday morning. You're with your AHA Life coach, Coach Nix Mariano, dito sa Kwentong Bahaghari. Ayan. So, mga ka-good vibes natin, I do hope you are having a great morning already. Dahil, di ba, syempre, today is a very special day. We have a special guest. But, before anything else, syempre, bibitinin ko muna ang ating mga ka-good vibes. Dahil, syempre, mag-shoutout muna tayo sa ating mga ka-good vibes. Ayan. Hello! Shout out po tayo sa ating mga ate, kuya, auntie, and uncle dira sa public terminal at public market ng Coronadal. And hello din sa ating mga ka-good vibes na busy dyan sa Green Valley College, Green Valley Machineries, and Iron Valley Engineering. Ayan. Sana maganda na ang mga morning nyo at maganda na rin ang mga ganap sa buhay ninyo. Ayan, grabe, 'di ba? Tapos na ang first Burr month of this year. We are here na sa October. Grabe, ang bilis ng oras, mga ka-good vibes. I do hope na kahit malapit na tayo going towards the end of the year, I do hope marami na kayong mga milestone and achievement for the year. And I really do hope maganda na rin ang inyong mga kumbaga outlook even for 2025. Ayan. Kasi dapat daw, 'di ba? Kahit ang daming nagaganap sa ating buhay today, dapat din meron din tayong looking forward sa future. Ayan. And grabe, 'di ba? Ayan, magsha-shoutout din pala tayo. Eto. Shoutout tayo sa mga nagba-birthday. Ayan, merong mga nagba-birthday for today. And dahil special day nyo today, ayan, batiin natin ang mga nagba-birthday. Unahin na natin si Ivan Lee. Ayan, Ivan Lee from Coronadal City. Happy birthday. And si Ken Rodriguez, Jack Hernandez, Aisa Parahilio, Leslie Saban, Derek Ileto, happy birthday. I miss you, Coach Derek. Ayan. So, I do hope happy naman ang inyong mga araw. And dahil special day nyo today, sana very happy kayo today. And dahil hindi naman weekend ngayon, kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-celebrate, okay lang yan. You have 1 month to celebrate, diba? Sabi nga ngayon, long month na ang birthday celebration. Hindi na siya yung per week or day na lang. Ngayon parang month na, long month celebration. Ayan. And ang pinaka-importante naman at the end of the day, mga ka-good vibes, whether you're celebrating on your birthday, whether you're celebrating within your birthday week or birthday month, ang pinaka-importante na tatandaan nyo is hindi yan kailangan na sobrang malaking gagastos sa inyo, maraming handa, dapat may lechon, dapat may ganito, dapat may ganon. The most important thing in any celebration is that you're with the people that you care about, you're with the people who loves you, and you're with the people who wants the best for you as well, and happy for you. Yan ang pinaka-importante nating tatandaan, mga ka-good vibes. Dahil yan ay precious moments you're gonna have with them. And syempre, dahil special moments, no? Make sure, dahil we have a special guest for this wonderful morning, make sure to like, follow, and share at Coach Nix Mariano. And of course, hanapin nyo na po Facebook page ng Good Vibes 90.5 for you to really watch us and be with us for this wonderful morning. And syempre, ito, hanapin nyo na rin sa inyong mga accounts. Ito, Artist Circle, The Art of P. Floppy. Paano tama ba pagkakapronounce ko? Ayan, pero itong taong to ang magsasabi kung tama or mali. Dahil hindi ko na patatagalin pa, syempre, introduce na natin ang ating gwapong-gwapong special guest for this wonderful morning. Of course, we have here Peach Lopez. Go ahead, say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone, this is Peach Lopez. And good morning sa mga, how do you say it, ka-vibes ba?
Ka-good vibes. Ayan.
Ka-good vibes, yeah. Good morning sa inyo lahat.
Ayan. So, tama ba, Floppy? Tama ba ang pagka-pronounce ko?
It's actually a joint, parang siyang
joined ng Peach and Lopez.
Yes, Peach and Lopez. Kasi, tawag dito, ayoko sanang masyadong yung name ko. Pero, eventually kasi, it's advisable for you. When you're an artist, it's advisable for you. Malaman ng mga tao kung sino ka.
True. So, tama nga. So, that's actually coming from your first name and last name. Ayan.
Yes.
So, syempre, Peach, no? Knowing na this is your first time being my special guest sa Kwentong Bahaghari, introduce mo naman, who is Peach Lopez?
Medyo, mahirap. One of the hardest things to do kasi is to describe yourself. So siguro usually when people ask me, I tend to tell them na lang na you have to converse with me, you have to know me first para malaman mo sino talaga ako. Kasi parang awkward for me na i-describe ko yung sarili ka, diba? Parang
yeah.
Pero siguro basically ang mas ma-describe ko sa sarili ko is I'm the kind of person na very passionate sa kung ano man ang na-focusan ko, like for example the arts. I'm very passionate. I am an advocate of love. Basically I'm an advocate. So basically ganun. So yung buong buhay ko naka-pattern, naka-mapa doon sa pagiging passionate ko. Saka yung pagiging lover ko.
Ay, gusto ko yan na lover. Ayan. Nako, mga talaga, mga nasa rainbow community, hindi lang nagbibigay kulay sa buhay nyo.
Yeah.
Great lovers pa.
Yes.
Ayan. So, na-mention mo na, no? So, para at least mag-idea kayo, Peach is actually into to doing arts and all. But of course, syempre, tulad ng lagi ko sinasabi, no? Every person, no? Not just people in the rainbow community, but every person in this world, no, has their very inspiring story and something that everyone can relate to in their own way, diba? So, of course, I'd like to ask Peach, knowing na you're in the rainbow community, no, maybe you can share with us, how was it growing up si Peach Lopez? Knowing na, maybe you can share with us yung transition na na-realize mo na, ay, I'm with the rainbow community pala. Sige. How was it growing up for Peach Lopez?
Well, looking back, I never really had any challenge when it comes to coming out eh. Mm-hmm. Kasi simula nung bata ako, it was just parang it was so natural for me to express who I really am. Parang kasi before, bata pa ako, like for example, ina-idolize ko yung, hindi naman, the term is not idolizing eh, pero ginagaya ko yung tatay ko.
Okay.
So, parati akong kasama ng tatay ko eh. So, tatay ko mahilig maglakad-lakad ng nakahubad, yung top. Gusto ko rin yung ganon. So, naglalakad ako, hawak ako. ako naglalakad, naka-underwear lang. Tapos diba, uso nung time na yan, medyo matanda na ako kasi, pero during that time, ang uso na underwear sa mga bata, yung may ruffles pa, yung puwet. Sorry. Yung may ruffles yung likod. Yung tapos, wala akong top. So, lalakad-lakad ako. Saya ko pag wala akong top. So,
Presko.
Tapos, mahilig ako before, nung bata ako, mahilig ako sa mga baril-barilan, mahilig ako sa judoan, mahilig ako sa mga laro panlalaki. Tapos pag nagbabahay-bahayan, parang wala naman yatang hindi dumaan sa bahay-bahayan, di ba? So pag nagbabahay-bahayan, ako yung tatay. Alam mo yun? So, pero during that time, probinsyano ako eh. So during that time, hindi ko alam na there was a label to that. It felt so natural for me na parang normal lang siya. Kasi in our household, it was never mentioned na merong mga lesbian, na merong mga ganito, ganyan. Alam mo yun? It was never mentioned kasi ang household namin is more on the character lang eh. We grew up na ang fino-focusan is the character of the person. Instilled sa amin ang moral values. Pero other than that, hindi kami tinuruan ng mag-judge ng tao. Hindi gano'n ang parents ko. So hindi ko siya naisip na hindi siya normal.
Okay.
Kaya nung growing up, kaya lang, syempre, sa ibang bahay, when I was a very young kid, sa bahay namin, okay lang eh. Parang kung nagagawa ko anong gusto ko. Hindi ko siya naisip na normal. Pero when I go out, like say, pupunta ako sa mga pinsan ko or pupunta ako sa ibang friends, lalo na mga pinsan ko lalaki kasi yung side ng father ko is very patriarchal. So, puro lalaki, puro mga macho, may machismo ba gano'n. So parang itong niloloko, tomboy, gawa gano'n sila.
Okay.
So ako, nung una, hindi, for me kasi, I didn't have any idea na derogatory yung word na yon. Pero because of how they delivered it, parang na-feel ko na parang, may mali ba? Ano ba yon? Hindi ko alam yun eh. Hindi ko alam yung time na yun. So, dahil ginaganda nila ako, I made a mental note na pag high school ko, magiging feminine ako.
Okay.
So, nung high school ako, tsaka first year college, very feminine ako. Kasi nagkaroon ako ng mga panliligaw, alam mo yan, basta. So, pero, there was this one time nung college na nauso na si Nadia Hutagalung eh, parang DJ siya sa MTV. Bigla siya nagpa-short hair, as in short hair. So, sabi ng mga barkada kong girls, kasi during the time, my hair ko was this long, as in waist long. Tapos sabi niya, Peach, ganyan, pagupit ka nga, ganyan. Tapos sabi, bagay yan sa'yo. So ako naman, kasi even before nung bata ako, very adventurous ako sa hair ko. Sabi, sige, go, good. Tapos pinagupitan ko. Tapos pagdating ko sa school the next day, di mga barkada ko kasi straight eh. So mga lalaki, saka mga babae. Tapos, habang naglalakad ako, lahat sila nakatingin. Tapos, pero ang nakikita ko reaction ng lalaki at babae, mixed. Yung mga lalaki, nakatingin sila ganyan, tapos ganda-ganda sila sa nulok. Yung mga babae, pero nung nag-react ang mga babae, mas nagustuhan ko yung reaction ng mga babae. Yung reaction nila, Peach, ang gwapo mo! Ako, pero, wait, bakit mas gusto ko yung reaction ng babae? So, after that, slowly nag-transition ako. And then, my parents kasi, actually my family, lalo na sa mother side, they already know eh. Parang nakikita nila kasi sa akin, simula bata na leading towards ako dyan. So, when my mom confronted me, nilock niya yung pinto, tapos kinausap niya ako, nakatalikod ako ganyan, tapos kinabahan ako, sabi ko, eto na yata yung, this is it.
The talk.
Habang nagsasalita yung nanay ko, nakatalikod ako, sabi niya, Peach, sabi niya, may girlfriend ka na. Sabi niya, mama ko. Tapos slowly, nag-umikot ako, hinarap ko siya, sabi ko, yes ma, sabi ko gano'n. Tapos sabi niya, why? Sabi ni mama, why? Tapos sabi ko, well ma, sabi ko, you've known it for a very long time na I'm bound to end up like this. Sabi ko sa kanya. Kasi sa family namin, very straightforward. Pareho communicate kami straightforward. So, ganun kami mag-usap ng mama ko. Tapos, sabi niya, yeah, I know. Pero sabi niya, I didn't realize na matutuloy.
So, baka daw mapospone eh.
Kanya, well, ma, here it is, natuloy. That was my coming out. Parang, hindi ko alam kung, it's kind of funny. Hindi siya madrama. It's kind of funny. And it was very, it was very good for me and my mom. And basta ang sinabi lang sa akin ni mom, kasi ang nanay ko is very spiritual. Ano siya, more on, very faithful and spiritual mama ko. So, sabi niya, okay, sabi niya, I just want you to know, Peach, that me and your papa, sabi niya, we love you and we understand you. We're not saying that we're tolerating you right now, but you know that we understand you. So, sabi niya, just know that whatever you do, the consequences of that, you're answerable to God. Kasi nga, kami, Christian kami. So, sagot ko lang sa kanya, yes, ma, I know. So, doon pa lang, at that early age, I took responsibility and accountability for my decisions. Yun. So, yun ang transition story ko.
Ayan. So, ano pala yun, no? Talagang straightforward question and conversation.
Yeah.
Diba?
That's why I cannot relate sa mga iba na, like, for example, nalulungkot ako actually sa iba na sinasaktan ng parents or what we call this, parang pinapaalis or pinapalayas.
Yeah.
Kasi I never really felt unloved by my parents and my family because of my choices. So, sa time na yon na I was younger, akala ko lahat ganon. Akala ko ganon lahat ng family.
Okay.
Tapos, abang tumatagal kasi, ang dami mo nang nami-meet, nag-share sila ng stories nila about family. Parang nalungkot ako sa mga tao na parang, okay, hindi pala lahat ganon. So, sana lahat ganon. Para alam yan, nag-grow up yung anak ng mas maayos, diba? Kasi may malaking tama nun sa mental health.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Yeah.
So, yun.
And during that time, hindi pa nga pinag-uusapan mga mental health. Parang during that time, di ba, during that generations, it's like, buti ka ngayon, mas napag-uusapan na,
diba?
Open na eh. Di ba? It's still it's still a taboo now, but much, much more pa during those times. And, actually, marami ang, especially those people in the gay community, yan, bugbog sarado sa parents, di ba? Ano tawag dito? Kasi dapat kailangan macho, dapat lumabas yung whereas wala talagang ang puso talaga malambot, 'di ba? Umaga ang puso talaga babae, 'di ba? And it's I love yung nasabi mo rin na maybe a lot of people do not get how painful it is and do not get how mind-boggling it is na ganon yung growing up. And it's nice to hear stories na yes, parang sana lahat ganyan. And hopefully, moving forward through the awareness that we're having right now, through the support system that we're having right now, hopefully, transitions for people in the rainbow community, not just for the people pala in the rainbow community, but also with the parents, with the siblings, because if it's challenging for the person mismo, definitely it's also affecting the family members it's really about, tulad na sinabi ni Peach a while ago, communication is very important, talking about it kahit na we are in different religion, we have different God, we have Allah, we have different belief in but at the end of the day, it's really just knowing that and believing to our source that everyone deserves to be heard, to communicate with, to be loved, diba? To be welcomed and all. And I guess nakakatuwa hearing Peach's story. It's really about and also understanding where your kid is coming from, diba? Understanding and loving in spite and despite of. And totoo naman, at the end of the day, hindi naman yung parents are responsible for the actions ng kids nila. Especially if they already Kumbaga, hindi na bata, hindi na baby,
Yes.
di ba? Meron ng own decision and all. They will be the
Yes.
one accountable, no?
Yeah.
But yun nga, it's just being there to support them and love them, no? So, Peach, knowing that this was your journey, no? A while ago, we were talking about your, ano sabi mo kanina? Yung pinaka-mababang point of your life.
That's my
pinakamababang-
rock bottom.
Yeah, your rock bottom side. And maybe you can share it with us. And how are you able to overcome that moving forward? Sige, go ahead.
Yeah. I consider my rock bottom yung nangyari sa akin siguro last 2018. This is heart-related. So, I had a broken heart ng 2018 na grabe. Kasi it was a long-term relationship and hindi ko, kumbaga, inisip ko na yung relationship na yun eh. And then a lot of things happened and ang hirap mag-transition from a long-term relationship into being
How
single.
long ito? How long yung long-term relationship na to? How many
10 years. 10 years.
Wow, long ha. Okay.
So yeah, and we lived together, and we were trying to create a life together. So ano siya, and I loved the person so much during that time. So nahirapan ako mag-transition, pero mas pinili ko yung sarili ko after 10 years kasi sa point of view ko during the 10 years mas inuna ko ang relationship at yung tao kaysa sa sarili ko. So, nung umabot yung point na wala na akong mabigay, nag-decide ako to let go. Pero, syempre, yung transition, all of the people here na nagkaroon ng heartbreak know na mahirap ang ang 5 stages of grief eh.
Ay, totoo.
Syempre, dumaan din ako doon. Nahirapan ako. So, umabot ako sa depression. I never really expected na magkakaroon ako ng depression kasi I'm a very positive person. So I always look at the positive side. Meron akong positive outlook. So during the time, hindi ko in-expect na tatamaan din ako noon. Doon ko na-realize na mental health is real. Depression is real. Kasi na-feel ko, hindi ko pa siya naintindihan during that time. Na-feel ko na hindi ko naintindihan kung ano nangyayari sa akin. Like, nakahiga lang ako. Is it okay if I describe kung ano na-feel ko during that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Para din sa mga tao na hindi pa naintindihan kung ano yung depression.
Yes.
Nakahiga lang ako. Maraming days na nakahiga lang ako na para akong frozen na hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. Hindi ko kayang tumayo. Hindi ko kayang tumayo talaga. Tapos gusto ko lang nakahiga, gusto ko lang nakakukun, gusto ko lang naka-fetal position, at gusto ko madilim ang kwarto ko. Yun lang. Tapos, hindi tumitigil yung utak ko. Kasi, kakaisip, tapos, nakatulala lang ako, tumutulo lang luha ko nang hindi ako aware. Tapos, tumatayo, hindi ako kumakain. So, I was very thankful kasi nakatira ako noon mayroon ako housemate, nakatira ako sa kanya. Inako niya ako nung time na nag-umalis ako sa bahay. Kasi hindi ko pa alam kung saan ako pupunta eh. Kasi for I think 8 years or more, nakatira ako with that person. So, nung umalis ako, hindi ko alam, wala akong direksyon. Sirang-sira ang direksyon ko. So, buti, mayroon akong friend na inako ako. So, naging housemates kami. So, itong friend na to, sobrang siyang appreciated ko dahil kahit na sobrang busy siya, dahil alam niya hindi ako kumakain, umuwi siya ng lunchtime just to make sure that I'm eating. So ako naman, kahit na hirap ako, hindi ko talaga kaya kumain eh. Pero dahil na-appreciate ko yung gesture ng tao, kahit na hirap ako kumain, bumababa ako sa room ko para kainin kung ano man yung dadala niya or prepare niya.
Okay.
Pero kung walang magpapakain sa akin, hindi ako lumalabas ng kwarto, lalabas lang ako pag maliligo kasi hindi ko kaya hindi naliligo sa isang araw. Yun ang hindi natalo ng depression sa akin, yung paliligo. So, yun lang. So, parang hirap na hirap ako na parang ang nasa utak ko nun na sobrang na-surprise ako kasi hindi ako ganang klaseng tao. Pero ang nasa utak ko nun, Lord, take me now. Kasi syempre, ako, ang upbringing ko also is, being faithful to God eh.
Yeah.
Yun ang faith ko. So, alam mo yung, gusto mo na matigil kung ano man ang nararamdaman mo or na-experience mo. Pero ang nasa isip mo pa rin si God, so, Lord, take me now. Pero, dumating din ako sa point na naisip kong, to take my own life. Tapos, ang parati kong naiisip, every time naiisip ko yun, hindi ko alam kung pwedeng mention dito pero, barel. Okay. So, that's why ayoko nun. Hindi ako kumukuha nun, ayoko na may nakikita ko nun, kasi, because of my thoughts.
It reminds you, okay?
It reminds me, at the same time, ayokong mapunta sa time na kapag dumating man ang depression ko tapos may available na gano'n.
Yeah.
Diba? So, ayoko. So, yun lang parati yung naisip, Lord, take me now, Lord, take me now. Hindi ko na kaya. Ayoko na. Alam mo yun, parang wala naman. Kasi during that time, bagsak na bagsak ang self-esteem ko. Parang, I felt na I have no value at all.
Okay.
I felt na nobody's going to love me anymore. Yun ang mga na-feel ko ng time na yun. So, pero, siguro nag-stop, hindi naman nag-stop, pero ang naging trigger nun para bumangon ako was, wala na, hindi ko na kaya talaga. Pero for some reason, nag-pop in sa utak ko na i-text mo si mama mo. Okay. Sabi ng utak ko, i-text mo si mama.
Okay.
Si mama, nakatira sa probinsya. Ako nandito sa Manila. So, sabi ko, bakit kita text? Wala naman si mama dito. Kasi ang nasa isip ko lang noon, I just wanted my mom to hug me. I just wanted the warmth of my mom. Kasi ganun ako ever since mula bata ako. Ihag lang ako ng nanay ko, nakatabi lang ako sa nanay ko, I feel good already. Kahit anong klaseng problema ko yun. Iba ang warmth ng nanay. So, nung time na yun, na hindi ko na kaya, gusto ko lang yakapin ako ng nanay ko. Okay. So, tinext ko. Sabi ko, Ma, nasan ka? Sabi ko, where are you? Tapos, alam mo, hindi ko in-expect. Nag-reply siya. Sabi niya, I'm here in Manila. I have a conference. Tapos, sinabi niya kung anong hotel. Sabi niya, why? Sabi ko, Ma, can I sleep with you tonight? Yun ang first time na tumayo ako at lumabas ako ng bahay para lang puntaan ng nanay ko. Kasi hindi talaga ako nakakagalaw na eh. Pagdating ko doon, pero since hindi ako, pagdating sa love life ko kasi hindi ako vocal sa parents ko or sa family ko. Yeah. Kasi as much as possible, I try to keep my love life private. Lalo na sa family ko kasi ayoko na may naiisip na bad ang family ko sa partners ko. Alam mo yan, sa nagiging partner. So, tahimik lang ako. Sabi ko, magtatabi lang ako sa loob. Gusto ko lang ng warmth. Sabi niya, okay. Tapos yung nanay ko yung salita ng salita, na parang alam niya kung ano nangyayari sa akin without me telling her anything. Kasi hindi ko pa masabi na wala na kami nun eh. Kasi 10 years yan eh. So, Sasya ayoko rin mag-badmouth. So, ayoko may maisip yung nanay ko. Kasi syempre sa akin din ang balik noon, mali ang decision ko, ibig sabihin, diba? So, hindi ako isasalita. Tapos salita, kaya mamaya umiiyak na ako. Tapos, kaya na kwento. Tapos sabi niya lang sa akin, at eto ang pinaka-tumatak sa utak ko na nagtumulong sa akin para simulan yung bagong buhay ko. Ang sabi ng mama ko sa akin, Peach, always remember that everyone and everybody and everything leaves. Sabi niya gano'n. Tapos, nakikinig lang ako, tuloy-tuloy sabi niya, lahat nawawala sa buhay natin. Whether mamatay, whether iwanan ka, whether umalis lang, pero babalik naman, kahit anong klase, kahit anong way. Pero everybody leaves. So you have to understand na hindi mo makikip ang isang tao forever. So, alam mo yan yung, sabi niya, to lessen your pain, kailangan iput mo sa utak mo na lahat ng tao nawawala talaga sa buhay natin. So, pagkasabi niya nun, ang nasa utak ko nun, nagkaroon ako ng Yeah. So, nag-start na ako nun. Pero, ang nasa isip ko nun, okay, because of that, ngayon, ang naging mindset ko is, lahat ng tao nawawala sa buhay ko. So, pag may dumating sa buhay ko, i-enjoy ko lang.
Okay.
Pag nawala, okay lang. Maintindihan ko.
Okay.
So, ganun na naging mindset ko. So, tuloy-tuloy na yan. Hanggang sa, ang inisip ko na nun, okay, sige, marami rin ako mga inadequacies, marami rin ako flaws. So, ang naging direction ko na, nag-start ako magkaroon ng direction because of what my mom said. So, ang naging direction ko nun is ayusin ko muna yung sarili ko para maging maayos din ang darating sa akin. So, ganun ang naging ano niya. So, kumbaga, ang daming, tapos mga friends ko, ang daming nag-support din sa akin ng friends ko. Kaya, doon ko nakita eh. Kasi, di ba, pag rock bottom ka, you feel undervalued, you feel a lot.
Yeah.
Pero doon
parang
ko
wala
rin
nang
nakita,
source.
because of that, yes. Pero doon ko rin nakita na because of that, ang dami palang nagmamahal sa akin. Kasi akala ko before, nagmamahal sa akin girlfriend ko nung time na yun. Pero nung nawala siya, doon ko nakita, ang dami nagmamahal sa akin, lalo ng mga friends. Kasi sobra. Kasi tumitira na sila sa bahay para lang samahan ako. Alam mo yun, tapos dahil hindi ako makagalaw, sila yung naglalaba for me, sila yung nagluluto for me, sila yung naglilinis sa bahay for me. Alam mo yun, sobrang kong appreciated yung mga friends ko. Doon ko nakita ko sino yung mga totoong kaibigan ko. So talagang maraming eye-opener sa akin yung rock bottom.
Ayan. I love that, no? Kasi it's really, sabi nga, di ba, you will really know who loves you when you have nothing. You feel you're no one and walang-wala na talaga sa buhay. And this is where you're gonna feel well supported by those people who really wants the best lang for you. And grabe, sobrang nare-refresh din ako, naalala ko din those moments that sobrang I feel parang wala na, di ba? Kasi ganun ka when you're kumbaga parang sabi nga parang buong mundo na yung nahulog sa'yo sa likuran mo at buhat-buhat mo when you're in that space and yes, when you're in that space, iba talaga yung spasyo mo na parang hindi mo na alam anong iisipin, anong gagawin and everything. By the way, Peach, when you were telling this story, matanong ko lang, no, you mentioned depression is what you were describing a while ago. Matanong ko lang, were you clinically diagnosed ba? Or
No,
this is no, ayan. So, it's possible that you were in depression, no? But sabi nga nila, especially yung mga expert, let's not label ourselves. Kahit ako hindi naman ako na-diagnose, but I do remember, di ba, when we were talking off air, di ba, sabi ko, yun yung sinabi ko, parang, sana tawag mo na ako ngayon, Lord. Sasama na ako ngayon, Lord. Di ba? Di ba? Parang, pwede ba now na? Pwede.
So
or mamaya pagtulog, di ba? Pagtulog ko, pwede ba ko muna akong gisingin? Yung ganong mga conversation.
Yeah,
and,
something like that.
di ba? Kasi para hindi ka na mag-iisip na, yes, umaabot tayo to a point na we're thinking of dark things already because we are in so much pain that all we want is for the pain to stop. And unless we are actually diagnosed clinically by a professional, diba? Kahit nga ako, I'm a life coach, I still undergo a lot of stress, I still undergo a lot of challenges, and I can relate to what you mentioned a while ago na you're very positive in terms of looking at life. But at the end of the day, even if you're very positive and all, meron ding mga times that you will feel so down because that's just life in itself. And that's also where we get to gain growth for ourselves. Ayan, what I love with what you shared, Peach, was na-discover mo self-love is very important at that time because you were able to give anything and everything already to the people around you. And that's also, by the way, share ko lang, Peach, no? That's also why I started yung self-love club a few years back. Na a lot of people were actually in that journey pala. Pero syempre, because I don't share it, na ito yung this is what I'm going through, diba? until such time that I allowed other people to hear. So, nagko-communicate din ako of what I'm going through. Dun merong mga nakarelate din, and they just needed also an avenue and support system with each other. And I guess yung sinabi mo na yung mga friends mo, imagine, no, pinaglaba ka, pinag-prepare ka ng pagkain and everything. That's the kind of unconditional love, walang kapalit.
Yes.
Alam mo yun? Na
Yes.
because you have gave so much love to other people, di ba? And you have given so much kindness to other people, when time na ikaw yung nasa ilalim talaga,
Yes.
di ba?
Andyan
They were
sila.
just there, di ba?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess minsan din hindi naman kailangan i-communicate pa, no? Minsan alam na nila, they so know you so well,
Yeah.
to a point na kahit hindi ka nagsalita.
Exactly.
Diba?
Kasi tsaka I'm not really big on asking for help from people because
Yeah.
lumaki rin ako sa family kasi namin, lalo na sa mother side. People in our family, we usually just keep to ourselves, lalo na pag problema. Pag happiness, sinishare namin. Pero
Yeah.
when it comes to problems, personal problems, we try not to
Pili lang.
we try not to disturb our family. Usually, like for example, nung nagka-COVID ako, I never told my family about it. Because I know that I'm going to live. Ayoko na silang bigyan ng stress. So, ganun ang pagkatao ko talaga. So, hindi rin ako masyadong nagkukwento sa mga closest friends ko. Kasi ayoko makaistorbo. Kasi alam ko sa sarili ko na naiirita sa akin yung mga tao because of how I feel during that time. So, hindi ako nagsasalita. Pero, doon ko rin nakita na kahit hindi ka magsalita, yung mga taong totoong kaibigan mo or yung mga taong totoong nagmamahal sa'yo, without you even saying anything, they will feel kung ano yung pangkailangan mo. So, doon ko na-realize na, okay, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to receive help. Kasi it's not just about you, it's also about the people who are offering their help or who are offering their love to you. Na mabibigyan mo rin sila ng pagkakataon na mahalin ka.
Yes. And sabi nga, di ba, parang don't rob them the opportunity to love you and care for
Yes.
you. Kasi kung tayo rin yung nasa space nila, parang, ba't hindi mo sa akin sinabi? Di ba, sana pumunta ako, sana ganito, sana ganon. And I am reminded also na yun nga let's not rub them down. So, if you are going through a lot right now, if you are in your rock bottom, sobrang feeling mo, nandun ka na sad na, you feel parang nandun ka na sa depression and all, whether it's clinically diagnosed or not, but you experience something like what Peach experienced, allow yourself also to open for love and care from those people who are close to you. Because, di ba minsan nga, no, yung I love you sinabi mo, Peach, yung bigla na lang pumasok sa isip mo yung mommy mo, i-text mo.
Yes.
That's actually an intuition, di ba? Parang, it's an intuition na, I guess this is something that I should do, di ba? And sobrang blessing din in disguise na nandito yung mommy mo, di ba?
Actually, for me, it's I consider it as not an intuition but a divine message. So,
yeah, kasi parang blessing na yun eh.
Yeah.
Hiningi mo kasi, baka sabi nga, di ba, antayin mo lang, mahahanap mo rin naman yung sagot. Kasi ikaw lang din ang makakasagot.
Kasi di ba, hiningi ko, Lord, kunin mo na ako. Hindi ko na kaya.
Iba binigay.
Meron pang mga moments na, ako yung tipo ng tao na pag ang dami-dami kong problema or na-stress na ako or whatever, yakapin mo lang ako, okay na ako. So, every time na nagkakaroon ako ng problema, kung sino yung pinaka-close sa akin, magte-text ako niyan, I need a hug. Gagano lang ako. So, nung time na yun,
kinesthetic pala si Peach.
very kinesthetic ako. I'm a visual kinesthetic person. So,
Okay.
so during that time, nagpe-pray ako kay God. Sabi ko, Lord, ngayon lang magmilagro ka naman, maramdaman kong yakapin mo. Kailangan ko ng yakap.
Okay.
Yun ang pinipray ko sa kanya. Kung hindi mo ko kukunin, yakapin mo na lang ako, please. Kasi kailangan ko. Tapos yun na, biglang nandun na yung nanay ko. So, that's the answer of God.
Diba? And siguro yun nga, no, whatever we believe in, mga ka-good vibes, whether intuition yan, divine intervention yan, answered prayer yan, the fact na dumating siya sa utak natin, naramdaman natin siya, naisip natin siya, it's a blessing already. 'Di ba? And maybe, no, ako, what a lot of people are telling me, and I think I can also say that to Peach, pag hindi mo kasi naramdaman, hindi ka makakapag-share with other people, and people needs people who is willing also to shed some light during their darkest moments. And kung hindi ka nakadating dun sa darkest moment, paano nga ikaw makakasuporta ng iba? And I guess this thing that Peach has undergo, 'di ba? Hindi lang si Peach, hindi lang ako, probably ikaw na nakikinig right now, baka nga mamaya nag-iisip ka pa na, ako rin actually naisip ko nga na baka nga baril ang sagot, baka nga paglalaslas ang sagot, baka nga ito ang sagot, baka pills, whatever. Those are things na naiisip natin because we just want to stop the pain. And maybe, just maybe, the main reason you get to listen to this right now is simply because maybe God, Allah, or whoever your source is reminding you, kahit na pinagdaanan mo yon, pwede ka maging successful. Yeah. Why? Because Peach is actually successful in her own way then. She is an artist. Question ko, Peach, sa dami na pinagdaanan mo, sa depression and everything, is it something that also inspired you to go through something na nasa arts and crafts or ano ba?
Well, actually,
creativity?
Bata pa ako, nagde-delve na ako sa arts. I took fine arts. I took 2 courses in fine arts in UST. So, pero my major was not painting but advertising. Although before I took advertising, I was already painting. Pero more of hobby lang siya.
Okay.
Now, nag-start ang profession ko as painter when bumalik na ako dito kasi nung nakatayo na ako ba, nagsa-start na ako magkaroon ng direction doon sa rock bottom ko, I decided to leave for the States. Pumunta ako sa US.
What year ito? So when you started your arts again or talagang 2018. Do it professionally?
Professionally, I started painting again 2018, pero professionally I started it 2020. 2020. Pandemic, yes. Kasi, nung 2018, nakatayo na ako, pero gusto kong mawala sa utak ko lahat ng nararamdaman ko sakit eh. So, I went back. Since hindi ko nakilala yung sarili ko, I tried to know myself again. So, minute ko yung mga high school friends ko, kinausap ko yung mga ex ko. Kasi yung mga ex ko friends ko eh. Kinausap ko mga ex ko, kinausap ko mga high school friends ko, yung mga college friends ko. And I asked them, who am I to you? And who am I? Okay. Kasi gano'n na ako hindi ko nakilala yung sarili ko talaga.
Okay.
Kinanta nila sa akin, iba-iba yung mga how they describe me. Pero one thing was common. Ang description nila sa akin is, you are a strong person and you know very well who you are. And you are a very passionate person. So, nung sinabi nilang, you're a very passionate person, bakit sabi ko, sige, babalik ako. So, I started writing again. Kasi I write poems eh. I started writing again. I started painting again. And then, I started, kasi nung bata ako, nag-widow ako ng keyboard.
Okay.
I started, I bought a keyboard, tapos nag-start ulit akong magpindot-pindot. Tapos sabi ko, kailangan kong matuto ng isa pa. Kasi itong mga ginawa ko na ito before. So, kailangan ko matuto ng isa pa para ma-divert yung attention ko sa paint.
Okay.
So, bumili ako ng ukulele. Tapos lang ako sa Google.
Nag-learn ka?
Oo, nag-learn ako. Tapos, yung mga tapos pinopost ko siya ng pinopost. Para nakikita ko kung mag-improve ako or whatever. Tapos wala akong pakialam kung wala man sa tono. Or naiingirita na yung mga nanonood or yung mga friends ko. Wala akong pakialam. So, ginagawa ko, dinadala ko kahit saan yung ukulele, tapos tutugtugan ko yung mga kaibigan ko. Alam mo yun? So, I was very aware naman na hindi naman ako magaling. Pero it was my outlet. It was my outlet for me to, alam mo yun, kumbaga ma-express ko through music, through writing, and through arts, kung ano man lang nafe-feel ko during that time. So, nung time na yun, nagpipaint ako puro malungkot.
Okay.
Pero, yung style ko talaga, gano'n na siya. Yung style ko kasi is, colorful, positive. Pero, nung time na yun, gano'n ang colors ko. Pero, pag nakita mo yung paintings ko, mararamdaman mo yung lungkot. So,
colorful pero lungkot yung mararamdaman.
Mafe-feel mo. Pag nakita mo yung painting, mafe-feel mong malungkot. Mafe-feel mo may pinagdadaanan yung gumawa. Alam mo yung gano'n?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Ano yan? Nagpipaint na ako. Pinipaint ko na siyang pinipaint. So, nagkaroon ng pandemic, di ba? Siyempre, wala tayong trabaho. Yung trabaho ko during that time, lumalabas ako, nagsushoot ako, wala nang ganun eh. So, that's when I started thinking of things na kung ano yung makakatulong sa mga tao. Nandun pa rin ako parati kasi talaga, it's in my nature to think about what I can do to help other people eh. So that's when I started creating Pinoy Rainbow Palengke. And then, nagkipagtulungan ako sa best friend ko, si Ice, na, kasi vision niya yan eh. Binuo namin ang Volunteer Corps Philippines. So, ano yun, it's an NGO na ang purpose is to create yung parang hub ng mga volunteers para ma-deploy namin sa kung sino man na may kailangan. So, during the pandemic, very, very active kami. So, hindi ko naramdaman na pandemic. Ramdam ko. Kumbaga, nagkaroon ako ulit ng sense of purpose dahil doon. So, habang tumutulong ako at the same time, kasi hindi ka naman makakalabas eh. Ako nakakalabas ako kasi mag-isa lang ako sa bahay. So, meron akong license to go around. Kaya enjoy ako ng pandemic. I'm sorry, it may be insensitive to other people. Pero during the pandemic na-enjoy ko siya kasi walang tao sa labas, walang traffic. Tapos, I can do whatever I want without so much of thinking of the stress of working. Diba? Kasi ang daming factors kung bakit kasi stress. Diba? So, wala lahat ng stress, nag-clear up yung sky, tumubo ang mga halaman. Doon ako nag-focus. Kasi if I focus on the pangit side of the pandemic, matidepress ako mag-isa. Mag-isa lang ako. Hindi pwedeng, kasi diba, pag na-stress ka, na-depress ka, bababa ang immune system mo eh.
And all the more magkakasakit ka.
Oo, hindi ako pwedeng bumaba ang immunity ko because may sakit ako sa puso. So, I was taking care of myself, but at the same time, change ko yung mindset ko kasi naturuan din ako kumbaga nag-stick sa akin yung tinuro dati sa akin sa NLP ng train station. So, change ko yung mindset ko. Imbes na mag-focus ako sa kung ano ang nakikita ko sa social media na kapangit sa pandemic, tinignan ko yung window ko. I looked outside and I saw how clear the sky is. I saw how green the trees are. I saw how beautiful the flowers are. Doon ko nakita, tumingin ako sa taas at nagpasalamat ako sa Diyos dahil nire-reset niya tayo. So inisip ko, hindi ko sasayangin tong oras na to na nandito ako sa loob ng bahay ko. Nahihiga lang ako at magmamalungkot. So I started painting again. I started being busy with VCP again. So, marami kaming natulungan. So, nakaka-feel kasi ako ng sense of fulfillment and purpose pag maraming natutulungan. So, doon nag-rotate yung buhay ko sa pandemic. So, nung nag-start ako mag-paint, paint lang ako ng paint, tapos pinopost ko siya. Tapos, pumasok na yung mga taong nagpapagawa. Doon nag-start. So, doon nagtapos, merong nag-invite sa akin, out of the blue, ano ko to, schoolmate ko sa UST. Pero, hindi kami friends. Pero bigla siyang nag-message sa akin, ini-invite ako na mag-join ng isang LGBT exhibit sa Eastwood. So, since wala naman ako ginagawa, I said yes. So, doon na nag-start. Nag-exhibit kami sa atrium ng Eastwood Mall. Tapos, nakita ko na maganda ang reception ng tao sa paintings ko when, kasi before nag-exhibit na actual, ipopost yun online eh. Ipopost sa parang gallery sa website nila. Tapos, pagka-post ng dalawang paintings ko, wala pang ilang oras, sold out na.
Wow.
So, nung time na yun, hindi ako marunong magpresyo kasi gusto ko, ayoko pinapresyo ng art ko eh. Kaya before, nung bata pa ako, pag nagpipaint ako, binibigay ko lang.
Okay.
Tapos, nung tinatanong ako kung magkano, hirap na hirap talaga ako. Sabi ko, pwede bang libre na lang? Pwede bang kung sinalalam ako ng painting ko, bigay ko na lang, ganyan. Sabi nung curator, hindi, presyohan mo.
Okay.
Tapos kung ano isa tingin mong maluwag sa loob mo, hindi naman ako marunong magpresyo ng art ko kasi for me, it's priceless, diba? So, prinesyo ko siya ng sobrang baba. Tapos nagulat ako na yung isang painting ko, na ngayon series ko na siya, it's the Unconditional Us. Sobrang daming nag-agawan para makuha yun. Kaya lang, doon ako sa
parang naging bidding pa.
Oo, as in, eternally, may nagbibid, nag-aagawan sila. So, tapos sinabi ng curator na pati strangers, ang daming inquiries doon sa painting na yun.
Okay.
So, pero since fair ako, I try to be fair all the time. Yung una kasing nag-offer, hindi kami close, online fed lang siya. Pero siya yung unang-unang nag-offer. So, sa kanya ko binigay. So, nakatablado lahat ng kaibigan ko, yung mga kaibigan ko nag-offer sa akin, na nakikiusap na, kaibigan mo naman ako ganyan. Sabi ko, I'm sorry, I love you, but I have to be fair. Na may nauna. So, yun doon ko binigay. Kaya lang ngayon kasi, kinausap ko ulit yung bumili. Since it's a very, ano siya sa akin, medyo may sentimental value siya sa akin. So, kinausap ko yung bumili, I offered to buy it double. So, I will buy it from her double para mabalik sa akin yung painting na yun.
Mo.
Kasi yun ang catalyst. Oo, yung painting ko. Bibili ko ng doble. Kasi yun ang kaya nandito ko ngayon. So, medyo nagkaano naman, medyo
was that the painting that actually turned things around for you as an artist? Kaya you wanted back?
As a professional artist, yes. As a professional artist. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why you wanted to buy it back. I see.
Yes, kasi ano siya, very important siya sa akin. Tapos, kasi yung painting na yun is my story.
Okay.
My story that I cannot, it's a painting that I cannot verbalize. I cannot tell the whole world. So, I painted it.
You just painted it. You painted it.
Oh, whatever the people see it as, bahala na sila. How they interpret it. Pero ako, may story ako doon. So, kailangan ko siya mabawi.
Okay.
So,
na-curious ako sa painting na yun. Pakita mo sa akin, Peach, ha? Pag nasa Instagram ulit,
Nasa Instagram.
Nasa Instagram. Sige.
Facebook. Hanapin niyo yung Unconditional Us #1. Kasi marami na naging series yun. Because ang daming may gusto nun, lahat sila nagpagawa sa akin ng version nila. Kasi the story of Unconditional Us is couple yun. Couple na naging isang tao.
Okay.
So, ngayon, yung mga couples LGBT, most of the people na nagpa-commission sa akin ng Unconditional Us series, nasa LGBT community.
Okay.
So, yung ginagawa ko, inaalam ko yung stories nila. That's how I make my paintings. I talk to you, I try to learn things about you, and you tell me your story.
Okay.
Gawin ko siya. Pinaka-last na ginawa kong Unconditional Us was when I was in the States, a couple of months ago, nagpaint ako for this chef na dito sa Philippines. Pero yung girl niya is nasa New York. So, nung nalaman niya, hindi niya alam kung paano niya ako kontakin. Meron siyang painting ko na hindi ko alam kung paano napunta sa kanya. Meron siyang painting ko na Unconditional Us. Pero, apparently, yung isang friend ko na nakikipag-bid doon sa Unconditional Us 1, nagpagawa sa akin. Nung nakita ng chef yon, ninakaw niya dun sa friend ko. So, sa kanya yung painting na yun na dapat hindi sa kanya kasi story yun ng friend ko eh. Pero nanakaw niya. Tapos, hinahanap niya pala ako apparently kasi gusto niya magpagawa ulit. So, nung nagkataon na nung nasa States ako, chef kasi siya, tapos gusto ko kasi yung food niya. Kinontak ko siya, tinanong ko sa friend ko, sabi ko, ano ang number nitong chef na to? Kasi I want to send someone food. Kasi meron akong special na person na gusto kong pinaparamdam sa kanya na kahit malayo ako,
Taray.
Nararamdaman mo na nagkikare ako
One
sa'yo.
level.
So, nag-message ako dun sa chef na parang, okay lang ba? Sabi ko, the problem is nasa States ako. Sobrang accommodating siya. Tapos habang nag-uusap kami, biglang sabi ko, pasensya na, sabi ko kasi I just got your number from my friend na apparently, sabi ko, ikaw yung kumuha ng painting niya na ginawa. So, nagulat siya, ikaw yung gumawa nito, ganyan. Sabi niya, ang galing, sabi niya, sige, sabi niya, sakto kasi, magpapagawa ako. Pwede ba ako magpagawa sa ito? Sabi ko, sige, habang nandito ako sa States, para hindi na mahal ang shipping mo, gawin ko na sa States. So, ginawa ko.
Okay.
Pinadala namin sa New York. So, very important sa akin, very significant sa akin ang Unconditional Us series kasi it's not just a painting, it's a story of the community.
Wow, that's really nice. Grabe, no? Mga good vibes. Imagine from someone who's gone so deep down under talaga dahil sa challenges with a heartache, no? Going back to self, no? That's what I'm hearing from you, Piche. It's really going back to your core, going back to who you are, embracing the dark side and the good side of things that happened in your life, and also allowing yourself to just be out there and allowing your passion to be felt by other people through your arts is what I'm hearing from you. And very, very inspiring yon, because lahat tayo, mga good vibes, we all have talents. We all have gifts that we can share to the world. If hindi nyo pa alam, it's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. Mahahanap nyo rin yan in your own timing, in your own pacing. Just believe that it's possible. And maybe, just like with Peach, no? Something na matagal na pala na ginagawa niya, no? Binalikan lang niya. Sabi, nagpe-paint na pala siya. It was her profession before. And then just going back to it, going back to core, knowing yourself, allowed her to really just create the version she is right now. And ang maganda pa doon, mga ka-good vibes, diba, is that she gets to also be part of other people's story through the painting that she creates.
Yeah.
Diba? Nakakatuwa yun, no? And
actually, that's the best part. When people, kasi I meet a lot of people na hindi pa nila alam kung ano gusto nila. And every time they ask me, paano ko malalaman yung passion ko? Kasi I'm an advocate of passion eh. So sabi, paano ko malalaman ang passion ko? Tapos ang sinasabi ko lang parate, the thing that you always think about when you wake up and before you sleep, and simula bata ka hanggang sa pagtanda ka, hindi ka napapagod gawin yung bagay na yun or isipin yung bagay na yun or whatever it is. Isipin mo, ano ang isang bagay or dalawang bagay or ilang bagay na pag naisip mo siya, kinikilig ka. Na pag naisip mo siya, masaya ka. Yung parang just the idea of it, you doing that, ang saya mo na parang kahit na buong araw mo siyang gawin, hindi ka napapagod. That's your passion. Sabi ko, that's your passion. Ngayon, if your passion is talking to people, buong araw kaya mo makipag-usap sa tao, na masaya ka, na pag nakakausap ka, nakakapag-socialize ka, masaya ka, then that's your passion. Alamin mo kung ano yung mga work or ano yung mga job na entails talking to people. Kasi doon ka magsasucceed eh. Pag inuna mo yung passion mo, not money, for me lang. I respect all reasons ng pagtatrabaho mo. Pero for me, pag inuna mo yung passion mo, everything will follow. The money, it will come in. Kasi basta gawin mo yung lahat ng ginagawa mo with a heart, na love mo talaga yung ginagawa mo. Ulit-ulitin mo lang siya kahit na mahirap. Be patient. Wag kang mag-give up sa isang bagay na mahal mo. Whether it's tao, whether it's whatever. Wag mo i-give up pag mahal mo.
Ayan o, pag mahal mo, huwag mo give up. Ayan. Totoo naman yan. And, grabe, no? Mga good vibes. It's just really about, and, kaya nga, I was sharing it with you, Peach, a while ago. That's also, why I so love this program, no? It's just putting out there that everyone has different paths and all, but at the same time, we are all makaka-relate tayo sa bawat isa, whether in the rainbow community or wala. Kasi at the end of the day, we just want happiness in life, diba? Everyone wants that. Everyone deserves that as well. And I guess, grabe, sobrang ang bilis ng oras, diba, bitten? But don't worry, malay nyo, mapagbigyan tayo ulit ni Peach at ituloy natin yung kwentuhan natin because people has a lot of story. And I love that I am also blessed na I get to invite people in and I get to be inspired more with their stories. And I do hope that's also how you guys are feeling. So if this is something that inspired you, make sure to like, follow, and share. And also make sure na i-share nyo sa mas marami pang tao. Because guys, malay nyo yung tao na bibigyan nyo is actually going through a lot of things and is feeling how Peach was feeling during her rock bottom. You just saved a life. And I that is also the purpose of this program of mine, because I've gone through a lot of things and I wouldn't be where I am if not for those people who loved me unconditionally and supported me as well. So, mga ka-good vibes, sa isang oras na to, I do hope you learned a lot. And please make sure na Peach, na-mention mo a while ago, meron kang mag-open na cafe. No? Maybe in a different program, di ba? May negosyo top program ako. Baka pwede mo ma-share. Pero share mo na rin, of course. Go ahead.
Okay. Meron kaming dine-develop ngayon na it also relates to passion. That's what I'm telling you about. Kasi me and my best friend, Mao, meron kaming partnership na nagbubuo kami ngayon, mag-open kami ng cafe this month. And the theme of the cafe is Dog and Art Cafe. So both of us are very passionate about pets, about dogs specifically, and of course the arts. So it's a Dog and Art Cafe na open to everyone, and it's very inclusive. And we're really excited to share this to everyone. Sana makapunta kayo. It's situated in Gate 8 of Philinvest in Batasan, San Mateo Road. So, yun, magso-soft opening siya this month and grand opening next month. And also, I have an upcoming exhibit on November 15th. It's Bonong versus Malum. It's a collective exhibit sa art. I forgot the venue kasi nasa teaser pa lang siya, pero mag-a-announce naman kami.
Sige.
Yung memory ko.
And syempre pwede naman natin makita yan sa comment section. Lagay natin yan, Peach. So whoever watch this will be aware also. And abangan niyo mga ka-good vibes. Go ahead.
I-announce ko naman siya sa Facebook page ko. So
yon.
It's about it's a visual discourse for existentialism. So it's a collective, so madami kami doon. It's a group exhibit. So I hope na kung sino man yung malapit doon sa venue on November 18, maka-visit sa
maka-visit.
Yeah.
Ayan, grabe. Diba? So mga ka-good vibes, if you want to make sure na hindi nyo ma-miss out yung mga announcements like this, make sure to like, follow also Peach Lopez. Lalagay natin yan sa comment section, and that way you can also follow her and her work. And if you resonated so much with her, then follow her. Ayan. So, of course, mga ka-good vibes, isang oras na naman ang nakalipas. Ang bilis, no? Diba? Biten! That's always what I say with
coffee sa cafe.
Yes, of course. Excited na ako, diba? Excited na ako for that. And grabe, I so love, ito talagang this is something na nakaka-excite because you already heard her story also and yung passion niya about it. And I do hope, diba, I get to have more guests like Peach, no? Medyo naging busy lang po tayo kaya wala tayong masyado mga guests for the past few weeks, but of course, this is something I want to put out there. If you know people who are very inspiring as well in their own way and you want to hear them and see them online, message nyo lang po ako. Let's see how I can actually help more people put their story out there so more people will be inspired. Dahil ako naniniwala ako, everyone gets to touch another person's heart. And if this will actually help those people who's going through a lot, diba? And saves them and saves their lives, by all means, game ako dyan. So, tulad nga ng sabi ko, lagi, be the change you want to see in the world. Diba? And this is something I'm also giving out to you guys as a blessing. Sabi nga paying it forward. Ayan, paying it forward. So mga ka-good vibes, I do hope marami kayo natutunan. And for those people who's looking for business opportunity and income opportunity, mag-message lang po kayo sa akin, sa official page ko, or sa personal account ko. Mag-message lang kayo. Let's see how you can actually be a financial wealth planner or advisor. And for those business collaboration, by all means, explore po natin yan. And for those people who needs my support, all you have to do, wag na po mahiya, pwede pong magtanong. Mag-communicate lang po kayo with me. And of course, di ba? Make sure to like, follow, and share Good Vibes 90.5. And weekly po tayo, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. You're gonna see your AHA Life Coach, Coach Nix Mariano. Of course, every Wednesday, this is actually for the rainbow community, made for the rainbow community, but to inspire more people around us. Of course, Kwentong Bahaghari. Every Thursday, Negosyo Ta. Anything and everything about negosyo in partnership with South Cotabato Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And syempre, every Friday, AHA Life. Anything about personal development, self-love, self-care, anything that makes us happy. Kasama dyan, passion. And of course, anything that actually creates the most wonderful life for you. Travel and all. Sports, kasama dyan. And syempre, anything that creates more abundant life. Not just in money, but in all aspect of life. AHA Life, abangan, suportahan, and share natin sa mas maraming tao. And of course, thank you, Peach, for being here. Hopefully, magawa namin ang paraan na meron part 2. Ayan, may series naman si Peach sa painting.
Nag-comment yung actually, can I just add? I would like to
go ahead.
I would like to thank Artist Circle PH because I'm under Sir Rams David. He's my manager. He took me in, and I'm very thankful that he took me in.
Rams.
This is the first time na nag-take in siya. Kasi si Rams David is known as a manager in showbiz. Pero this is the first time na nag-take in siya ng artist like me na doon sa roster niya. So, I'm very, very thankful na binigyan niya akong chance and nagkaroon siya ng confidence sa akin sa what I do.
Wow.
So, I would just like to thank Artist Circle and Sir Rams David for taking me in. So, yeah.
Ayan, grabe, di ba? Thank you, Sir Rams David. Ayan, nakausap kita. Hello. And, of course, I'm very happy also sharing this platform with you, Peach. And for those people na na-inspire, I do hope you also, I challenge you guys to also pay it forward to more people dahil lahat po tayo naman may pinagdadaanan with all the stress, with all the challenges in life. Hindi po kayo nag-iisa. Tulad ng sinasabi ko lagi, no? Hindi po kayo nag-iisa. Let's just really just push more ourselves going outside of our comfort zone. Kasi nandyan po ang ating greatest potential, mga ka-good vibes. It's just within you. All you have to do is really claim it, embrace it, and just put it out there. No? You deserve all the love, all the happiness in this world. So, just do that, mga ka-good vibes. And you need not worry if you feel na mag-isa ka lang going through your journey, whether it's a good thing or a not so good thing, or maybe rock bottom ka right now and you feel alone. Mga ka-good vibes, never feel alone, no? Send us a message. Keep connecting with us. Let's journey together, create and live an awesome, happy, abundant life. Everyone deserves that. Have a wonderful day, mga ka-good vibes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And thank you, Peach. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Gusto niyo bang magkaroon ng AHA Life? AHA Life? AHA Life?
Life?
Awesome! Tara nang magkaroon ng awareness kung paano ma-improve ang ating sarili at bumuo ng mindset na ikalalago natin. Happy! Learn how to improve life and reach your goals para happy, abundant. Tara na at magpalago ng ating kaperahan at alamin kung paano ito alagaan. Journey with AHA Life. AHA Life. Awesome, abundant, and happy life with Coach Nix Mariano, your AHA Life coach.
Transmitting from the land of the Dreamweavers.
Radiated all across the green valleys of South Central Mindanao.
Powered by Ida's Broadcast Group Incorporated.
A radio station